Hey everybody, this is David B69, and well, we are having a problem. We are playing San Francisco again today, and our wrap of our season series against San Francisco. And I gotta tell you, these teams in the West Coast are giving us issues. Um, don't know why we're exactly having problems against these teams, but it's definitely an issue that we need to clean up. Because this can't happen at playoff time.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Baseball comes your way on a Wednesday afternoon. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the San Francisco Giants. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. And pitching here today, Robbie Ray.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Ready to go? Trey Turner at the plate. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
One strike.
That one in there across the letters. The Phils would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes. And that's outside.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
And that one is lifted in the air. Robles under it. Makes the catch. And there's one down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. And probably their most productive player so far this year, Trey Turner.
Big time speed here, Boog. A guy with just terrific wheels and an absolute nightmare for opposing pitchers when he's on base. I mean, players like this who have elite speed, it's like disruptive technology on the base paths. Man, can't wait to watch him run.
Bryce Harper in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. One out, base is empty.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and Harper is gone.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Nick Castellanos stands in here, takes ball one low.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
Swing and a miss.
Good fastball going early until they show they can make some good contact. You keep on throwing the pitch.
And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Phillies down in order. And now we'll see what the Giants can do. No. Back here in San Francisco, getting the nod on the mound, Joe Ryan. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Ryan, once again named pitcher of the month after a really excellent stretch. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Boog, I got to tell you, the way he's pitched this year, I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to get an arm workout, polishing up a Cy Young award in the offseason. So fun to watch him operate out there. Thought it was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Jung-Hoo Lee, the next Giant to hit. And first offering is fouled off. For Joe Ryan, the journey's so interesting when you think of a guy who started his college career at Cal State Northridge and then ultimately transferred to a Division II school, Cal State Stanislaus. 0-2 now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr., third on the National League leaderboard for batting average. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
0-1. Ball.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Just missed. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that's ball 4. Tried another splitter, but missed the spot.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Willie Adames in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls.
Wait, the runner at first with 2 gone. That one just missing inside. Going to count 1-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. So the Giants leave 1. We played an inning. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, and stepping in is the speedy Bryson Stott. Ray back to work. And a foul ball. Ray measures 6 feet 2 inches, 33 years old, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Byron Buxton, the next to hit, takes outside. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on. And a swing and a miss.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And puts the squeeze on that one. 1 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Max Kepler at the plate.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left. That's a laser base hit. The relay in there safely.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Weston Wilson stands in for the Phillies. Golden opportunity right here. Late with the swing there.
No ball. 1 strike.
Next pitch downstairs, and it's 1-1. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Inside, almost got him.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
And they're all loaded up.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So bases all loaded up. And now it is JT Realmuto. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swung on, belted. That one's back. Out of here. Grand slam. That should get the dugout going. It's his 8th home run of the year, and they lead it. It's 4-0.
He hit that into the wind, and it still had enough to leave the ballpark. He really connected on that pitch. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
Edmundo Sosa, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Well, it's easy to be satisfied and get a little distracted after a grand slam, but there's still a lot of work in this inning to do, and you can really deliver a knockout blow.
4 runs already in the frame. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Next pitch misses way outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs.
Adames the throw to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. JT Realmuto delivers yet again on this one. It's now back here at Oracle Park, bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's Matt Chapman. And that drops in for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
That clips the zone. That's strike 2. Good eye right there.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
He goes down looking.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace, it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Mike Yastrzemski, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. There's a swing and a drive. And that's a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Good job to fight that one off. 1 down, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Patrick Bailey stands in now and watches strike 1. Foul ball there. 2 outs, base is empty. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Bryce Harper.
That's in for a strike at 95, 0-1.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Harper retired.
Up next for Philadelphia,
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Struck out looking his first time. Inside. And that's ball one.
1-0.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. That's
Ball
inside. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Hauls it in, 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. And now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Bryson Stott to the right side. Flores on to first. That ends the frame. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Phillies 4 and the Giants nothing. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture.
Wilmer Flores.
Oh, look at the stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Brett Wisely, the next Giant to hit. There's a strike. Swing and a chopper out to short. Gloves it on the dive, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Now batting, right fielder, Victor Robles.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. Led off the game with a strikeout. In the air, right field. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Gets him to chase after that one.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches. Lifted in the air, out to left. Kepler snags it, and the inning is over. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. And that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And first offering is fouled off. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting.
So digging in, Weston Wilson worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Action in the pen down there. Tristan Beck up and loosening in the pen. Rogers warming up as well. And now it's even up.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Outside low. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, catcher JT Realmuto.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
0-2.
That one 95 to finish him off. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Phillies 4 and the Giants nothing. Let's check out some notable
Leading
Cy
off
Young
for the
candidates so far
Giants,
this year.
Center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee.
That's in for a strike.
Well, these Giants just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
So up next, Lamont Wade Jr. And that's outside, and it's 1-0. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is in for a strike.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And that one is downstairs. Now 2 balls and a strike.
3-1.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Willie Adames stands in. Oh, great grab on the dive. What a play. Inning over.
Making it look easy at the Keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Giants.
and there's a new arm in the mound to start
Number
the 5th.
43.
Tristan Beck.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His
Leading off for
numbers
the
in those
Phillies,
matchups
the
are very
designated
good.
hitter, Edmundo Sosa.
Sosa swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today.
You know, these Phils really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Turner with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. And a weak ground ball to the left side, but that rolls foul.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
And they'll do it again.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
So here is Bryce Harper. 0 for 2 in this one. Ball 1 to Bryce. Harper recently taking home Player of the Month honors.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Pitch misses. It's 2-2. and that's
Full count.
outside.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And he walked
That's
him.
a ball.
That's
Take
a
your
great
base.
at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
You know, I think he's okay
Now
with that
batting,
outcome.
right
It
fielder,
wasn't an intentional
Nick
walk, but
Castellanos.
he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
So a man aboard, and now for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. Now a fly ball to right center, and that'll do it. Back here in San Francisco, now the third baseman, Matt Chapman. Ryan back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Chapman, a former All-Star, 31 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2014. So now 1-2.
1-2.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Castellanos makes the grab, one down.
Now batting.
Mike
the
Yastrzemski,
designated
the
hitter,
second MLB Yaz, steps in.
Yastrzemski.
And that's in there at the knees.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Strike.
Way out front for strike two.
0-2. 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
The Giants still looking for their first hit in this one. And that's too
2-2.
high.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And now it's filled up. Good plate
Ball
appearance
four.
there.
Take your base.
Able to take the walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Oh no. Well, gosh. You know, he's been doing really well for us all season. And now he has to leave the game. Gosh. Stay tuned to figure out what happened to him.
Ranger Suarez,
Now
ready or
pitching for
not, in the
Philadelphia.
game now after the
Number
injury.
55.
And he's got a nice lead to work
Ranger
with, so he
Suarez.
should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Man at first with one
Now
gone.
batting.
Now at the plate, Patrick Bailey.
Patrick
Three-pitch
Bailey.
strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Right.
That's in there, and that is strike one.
No. Outside.
Yastrzemski over at first with one away. On the ground. Over to stop for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. 5 innings complete. It's the Phillies 4 and the Giants nothing. And we're back.
Leading
All
off
set for the
Phillies,
top of the 6th.
second
This is
baseman,
Bryson Stott. And first offering is fouled off. And that one hammered. That's back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark.
next for
Tell you what,
Philadelphia,
that wind is
center
blowing
fielder,
straight
Byron
in.
Buxton.
Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
Buxton
Ball
up for the
inside.
third time here. Watches that one miss. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And a base hit into right center field.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Max Kepler will hit next. Kepler having a lot more success on the road this season.
Ball.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
1-0.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base. But this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
That's a
Kepler
check.
tries
What do
to
you got?
check his swing. Now a look to third. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. Swing and a foul straight back. A little bit high maybe. And the count is 3-1. Man at first, one away. And ball four, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the
Now
mound,
batting,
but
third
his confidence
baseman,
should still be
Weston
high
Wilson.
enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Weston Wilson stands in for the Phillies. Wilson having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected.
0-1.
Love how vocal the umpire is today.
No ball.
No
2
doubt.
strikes.
In the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
And here it comes. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, Billy, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
And the 1-0. That clips the corner.
1-1.
2 aboard, 2 outs. In the air, center field. Lee under it. And that is that. 2 left on. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Phillies 4 and the Giants nothing. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's check
off
out the
for
latest
the
news from
Giants.
around the league.
Second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Ripped to short. Turner with the throw to first.
He's out.
1 up, 1 down. And up next for San Francisco, Brett Wisely. Suarez, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a curve, a four-seamer, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. And a strike in there.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
The Giants down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Now batting,
Here's Victor
right
Robles.
fielder, Victor
Now, this guy's definitely
Robles.
looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Next offering is in for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
And digging
Now
in for
batting,
San Francisco,
center fielder,
Jung-Hoo Lee.
Jung-Hoo Lee.
And ball 1.
1-0.
Just
Ball, that's
missed.
too low.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
2 outs.
2.
On the ground, and that's through. Their first hit of the ball game. Buxton returns it to the infield, and they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback. Wade in the box now. No balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the...
And he got him. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. Another inning complete, but not before they break up the no-hitter. It's the Phillies 4 and the Giants nothing.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
Giants.
We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound,
71.
Tyler Rogers.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. Tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Edmundo Sosa.
Sosa, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one.
One strike.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Two really good back-to-back
0-2.
sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. One out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely
Now
an
batting,
individual performance you want to
Trey
flush. He
Turner.
just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Turner, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Calling at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
That one lifted to left. Wisely sizing this one up. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Bryce Harper.
Here comes Bryce Harper.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Robles under it, and he makes the catch. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the seventh, and the batter will be the shortstop, Willie Adames. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Here's the pitch to Adames. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike three. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Fought off foul. The Phillies leading by 4 here at the bottom of the seventh. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Mike Yastrzemski up here. Close, but called the ball. 1-0. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Outside low, and a count 2-1.
One strike.
On the ground to third. Throws to first. Out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Giants go down quietly. They trail it here 4-0.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Giants.
and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
73.
Randy Rodriguez.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year.
Rodriguez.
The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Castellanos leading things off and takes a strike. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Line and caught at third by Chapman. The Gold Glover makes the play.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Rodriguez, a righty that throws with power. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Robles right there to make the grab. And there's two down.
Now batting, center fielder Byron Buxton.
Here's Byron Buxton. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Here's a rocket out to left. Stretches out and hauls it in. Down quickly go the Phillies, but they're in front 4-0. Back here at Oracle Park, bottom of the 8th. Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. Suarez back to work. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. And
Ball
another
2.
ball.
2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Throw to first, and they get the out. And now it's Wilmer Flores. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Wisely now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Ball.
In the dirt,
One
but
ball,
kept close.
1 strike.
The 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Flores stands at first with 1 out. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Suarez strikes him out.
Oh, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone,
1-1.
elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes down looking. 1 hit, 1 left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 4 and the Giants 0. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Camilo Doval.
Now pitching
He pitched
for the
yesterday,
Giants.
and we'll see him once again.
Number 75. Camilo.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Max Kepler.
Leading off for Philadelphia, left fielder Max Kepler.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99.
No ball.
And
1
that's
strike.
strike 1. Swing and a ground ball. Fires over to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th. Weston Wilson stands in for the Phillies. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. And now it's JT Realmuto. He's already homered here in this one. Way inside. The 1-0. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Now, there's a certain point where
one
you have to
strike.
commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Hit on the ground to short. Throws across the diamond, and that is that. So they make short work of him there. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom. Back here in San Francisco, and now the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Line drive, and that's just foul. Not close with that one. 1-1. Swings through that.
1-2.
That one drifts inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Bounce to the right side. Harper. The flip to the pitcher cover. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
First baseman, Lamont Wade Jr.
He's 2 outs away. And up next for the Giants, Lamont Wade Jr. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Adames in
no
now.
strike.
Takes ball 1 off the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Giants down to their final out. And here is Matt Chapman. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. First pitch misses. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Phillies salvage the finale of this 3-game series.
Well, you win this one 4-0, and it feels like you could have exploded for more offensively, but you also realize that at times it was hard to score. So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always feel good about a win like this.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Well, thankfully we didn't trade away Ranger or do anything with him yet. He did a great job at filling in for the injury. We're just hoping for the best and hoping this thing isn't a major injury. Our lineup didn't really do much. I mean, we only had 5 hits. But the grand slam by Real Muto obviously was the key there. We only need 1 run overall. Joe Ryan went 4 1/3 innings. His ERA is reduced to 1.93. Rangers, Suarez's his ERA went down to 2.87. Only gave up 3 hits and got 7 strikes. Giants, they were, like I said, they only had 3 hits. Almost every one of them got a strikeout today, so. Well, let's check out that injury, see what happens. Oh my God. Okay. He somehow broke his hand, and he will be out for 1 to 2 months. Okay, well, this is kind of irritating. We're just going to put him on the 60-day disabled list. It is July 9th? So he will be out until September 9th. So we could have him back for the playoffs. It is a real huge hit, obviously. So let's make a roster move. I mean, I was saying before roster move, obviously we're going to have our pitching rotation, and obviously Suarez will be taking over that spot. There's just no doubt in that portion. The only question is who's going to be our extreme long reliever now. That is the big thing. With Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan's having such a great year. This is like criminal that he's going to be out. I mean, he went 13-3. He had easily a chance of getting 20 wins without even hesitation. He would have had 20 wins this year. Yeah, this is definitely a rough loss. And Luzardo is number 2 on the team with 10 wins. That's just crazy. Do I bring up Mick Abel and have him be long relief? No, he's not having. He's not having the greatest year either. So I'd rather see him grow more in the minors. So Chris Matt, he's relief pitcher, and he has a 3.30 ERA. I can just see using him. He makes the most sense to bring up. So we're going to bring you to. Oh, he's not on the 40-man roster. Add him to the 40-man roster. I mean, it's like if I'm making the call and everything and saying bring this man to the 40-man roster and bring him to the major leagues. Why don't have a follow-up question? Say, he's not on the 40-man roster. Would you like to put him on the 40-man roster? That's the question you ask. You don't just flat out just reject it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's just kind of ridiculous. Anyways, remove Lazar, AAA. And Esquiro, who's having troubles, we're going to move him back up to AA. Not having troubles really, but Okay. So that's what we're doing. We got our roster moves, and we have Bohm and what's called two pitchers in the a hitter and a pitcher on a long-term injury. It's just kind of annoying, but thankfully we got the nice win today. So until next time, this is David B69. Hey, look at this. Alec Bohm should be off the list in 12 days. So that's good news. So we'll get him back soon. So until then, this is David B69. I'm out. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.